It's nearly the holiday season and I've been busy making gifts in my art lab. Let's take a look at one of these. It's a beer bottle opener with magnets and an epoxy inlay. So the first thing I did was create a silhouette of a Clydesdale. I did that on my iPad and then I brought it into Photopea where I convert it to vectors. So I saved it as an SVG file and I was able to then bring it into Tinkercad to make a negative of it so that I would have something to use with my Bosch router and a copy ring to trace around it. I was then able to print that out on my 3D printer, ready for the next stage of the process. So quite often with these projects you have your best laid plans and you think you have a method which is going to work, and in this case I've got my template here that I've printed out. I've got a copy ring which I created and put onto my Bosch router, and then I thought I'd be able to go around and create this horse. However, what I found out was that the distance from the copy ring to the drill bit meant that I had a weird horse when I went through and did the copying of this. So let's just have a look at that and you can see what I mean. So what I decided to do in the end was to actually freehand this. So the template still came in handy. I was able to trace it with my pencil and then use the router to go around that pencil line and create the horse. Now I was successful in most of it. There's some bits there that unfortunately I took off too much wood, and once you take off too much wood there's no going back. You can see there mainly in the hind area of the horse. So rather than looking like a Clydesdale, it kind of looked like two people in a Clydesdale horse suit. So we went one step back and now we're going 2 steps forward. So here I am just sealing the wood. This is one of the things that I learnt from a previous project where I didn't give the wood a seal coat, and what happened was that the colour managed to run into the wood. So this time we're going to be putting black epoxy into this inlay, and I'm just coating it with a clear coat of epoxy which will then just seal the wood and prevent any of that colour running in. One of the key things you need to know about epoxy resin is that it's self-leveling. So if you're going to be pouring into an inlay like this, you want to get it as level as possible so that you don't have the resin overflowing on one side of your artwork just because it's not level. I found using these wooden stirring sticks that I got from Temu a nice easy way to help level up your artwork. So even though you think you have your artwork here level, sometimes it does run over, and this is what I'm using my glue gun here. It's great for creating a little dam around the edge so that if it does run over it's not going to go too far off the art piece. Next stage is to mix and colour your resin. I've gone with a black resin here, so I've used a black mica powder to colour it, and I'm just pouring it in the middle of the inlay here and hoping that the resin will just spread out just because it's nice and level. You will notice shortly that even though I thought I had it right, it did just happen to go off the edge on one area, so that's why having the glue around the outside is a great preventative measure. Time to drill and stick those magnets. So I had 4 little magnets on each corner to stick it to the fridge, and then I used the Fosner bit here to drill a little bit deeper to create and put some larger earth magnets. And now onto the bit that every woodworker hates, sanding. So I started off with an 80 grit, then 120, 240, 320, and just move through the progression of the sanding to sand down and make that epoxy all level, as well as sand the sides and the back of the board. So for some reason the video didn't record where I put on some cork backing onto the back of this fridge magnet. So the cork just has a sticker on one side and cork on the other, and that makes it nice for sticking to the fridge without causing any scratches. A couple more things left to do. So first off is to give it a nice wax and polish, and I'm just using a Beeswax food safe polish here, and it really brings out the macrocarpa timber that I've used for this little project. So the last little bit here, just drilling the holes for the bottle opener and screwing those in. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you can get all of the videos. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and have a happy holidays. I'll see everyone in the next one.